Welcome to Red Space. I am Chase Parrish. Today we're going to talk about two guys who just blew up Washington's favorite money machine, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. You've probably heard the headlines: millions of jobs lost, healthcare cut, only $25 billion saved. What really happened? Those two just cut off a $130 billion scam, and it might be the best thing to happen to your bank account in the next 10 years. What the news is telling you versus what is actually happening. The media is melting down. Here's what they're shouting. Doge only saved $25 billion instead of $2 trillion. 3.4 million people lost their jobs. 8.8 million Americans lost health insurance. Trump raised the debt ceiling by 5.2 trillion. Now pause. Ask yourself, where was that 130 billion they lost actually going? Not to you, not to your family. It was going to NGOs overseas doing weird gender workshops, career bureaucrats making six figures to fill out climate grant paperwork, politicians throwing VIP box parties in DC stadiums. Elon didn't fail to save money. He stopped your money from being stolen. Now let's break down a 5-step plan that could save the U.S. economy and maybe your wallet and maybe sanctify into compatibility with Christianity, the United States of America. Trump's team laid out a 10-year plan. We're going to break this down with quick, simple, and real numbers. Number one, tariffs on imports. $5.1 trillion in the next 10 years. Trump's putting tariffs on foreign stuff: cars, electronics, green tech, and more. That's $520 billion a year in extra income from trade. And it helps American-made stuff compete. Number two, faster economic growth. 1.2 trillion to 1.6 trillion, somewhere in that window. If the economy grows at 3.2% instead of 1.9%, that's like turbocharging tax revenue without raising your taxes. Boom. $1.4 trillion more into the budget. Okay, let's move on. Number three, Elon's Doge cuts was somewhere in the window of 1.3 trillion to 1.5 trillion. America will have made it in the next 10 years if we stay on the course that we're directed in. Elon nuked waste, laid off useless staff, ended fake programs, and closed shady contracts. It saved $25 billion in year one, and the year hasn't even ended yet. But if it keeps going, that's $1.4 trillion in savings over the next 10 years. Let's move on. Number four, canceling Biden's big spenders. $1.4 trillion over the next 10 years. Student loan bailouts, cut. Green subsidy junk, gone. That rollback alone removes $1.4 trillion in government debt over the next 10 years. We're not done. Number five, capping spending. $600 to $800 billion. No more bloated agencies growing every year. Merge departments, shrink budgets, and save almost $1 trillion. So, quick recap for all those in the nosebleed section. Add it all up. It could cancel out $10 trillion in future debt over the next decade. And that's more than enough to offset the $5.2 trillion debt ceiling increase in the big, beautiful bill. So you ask, Mr. Parrish, are you for the big, beautiful bill? You're right, I am. Let's talk about stuff that actually affects your life, your pocketbook, your family. Groceries? Prices are up now, yeah, because of tariffs. But more U.S. food gets produced, lower prices in 2 to 3 years. No more relying on global food chains with high gas costs. What about housing? Home prices dropped 0.12% in big cities. Inventory's up, way more houses for sale. Mortgage rates are down to 6.89%. You could actually buy one in the next few years if this keeps up. What about health insurance? Premiums rose 7% this year, but Trump's transparency law forces hospitals to show real prices. That'll cut hidden fees, and competition will drive down prices by 2026. Energy. Trump unpaused oil drilling that Biden had paused, which Trump unpaused in his first term. More gas, more supply, lower prices. Goldman Sachs projects $60 a barrel oil by 2026. Cheaper gas and cheaper electric. Now, why the media hates this plan and wants to tell you exactly why it's not good for the economy and for your family and for your pocketbook. Easy. Elon cuts off their pipeline. That's 130 billions of their dark money. This was their slush fund, their speaking gigs, their re-election ads, their box office seats in stadiums. And now, gone. This wasn't about jobs lost. It was about the wrong people losing their jobs. It wasn't about missing savings. It was about the swamp not getting paid to run their machine. Elon stopped your taxes from going to people who have already had beachfront property and security guards. And that's why they hate him. And want you to hate him as well. Look, this plan is not perfect. It's risky, it's messy, but it's the first real attempt to shut down the grift machine in decades. If we stay on course, groceries could get cheaper, houses could be in reach, healthcare might finally make sense, and your money might actually be yours again. Elon and Trump did not destroy America. They unplugged the elite's ATM, and now it's our job to keep it that way. So, share this episode with your friends. This is Red Space, and I'm Chase Parrish.